Bro, I wish I was clickbaiting, but I'm not. I hope this video is not beyond the pale, but I woke up this morning in so much pain and I was like,
dude, what if I made a video about this?
You know, and I titled it,
How I Almost Died.
And then I was like, Dennis, that's literally clickbait, and that's embarrassing. But then I was like, wait, if it actually did happen, then it's not clickbait. You know what I mean? You know, what really concerns me most is that the first thing I thought of in the morning after waking up in pain was to record a video and talk about it. So I'm gonna be sharing with you what happened to me yesterday, which is a pretty egregious, unexpected story and really painful one as well. And then I'm gonna share with you the actual, more legitimate near-death experiences that I've had during my life. Little warning, this video is gonna be a bit more disturbing. I'll be talking about some bloody situations. So if you're easily disturbed by that, get out.
Now.
Alright, let me tell you what happened to me 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago, not too long ago. So I went to get an allergy blood test done, and the nurse there, the moment she saw me, she was like, wow, you gotta flex in front of me right now, my man. You gotta flex that bicep. And I was like, you need help, but I'll still do it for you. You know what I mean? She probably felt... I need to stop. I need to stop, dude. The moment this nurse sees me, she's like, my man, you gotta flex in front of me. And, you know, I didn't think much of it. And I was like, all right, if you want to see the muscles, then here you go. You know, I thought I would do her a service and do that for her because she must be stuck in this routine of just doing the same thing over and over again every single day, and she must be really bored. So then I was like, wow, I speak so fast. So then I was like, okay, sure. I'm gonna flex the muscles for you. You know what I mean? I need help. So the nurse looks at me,
Looks straight into my eyes, winks, bites her lip, and then tells me, Dennis, you need to flex your arm.
and so I did. I'm full of shit. Dude, I need to stop with the tall tales because you guys won't know what's actually true and what isn't. So, it wasn't weird. Nothing about it was weird. Oh, I see. So you made it weird, you freak. She just told me to flex my arm, as any nurse does when they want to draw blood out of your elbow. And so I did that. And dude, when she stung me with a needle, it hurt like actual hell. And it never does. Like, whenever I get blood drawn, my eyes are always set on the needle. I just, for some odd reason, really enjoy just seeing blood being sucked out of my own flesh. You know what I mean? Like, we all have our weird passions. This is just one of mine. I need to stop, dude, but I can't.
I need to stop.
Like, I'm full of balloony, bro. I just like to spice up the stories a little bit, make them more funny. You know what I mean? So yeah, when she stung me with a needle, it hurt really bad, and it usually never does. I think what happened was she didn't incline the needle enough. It wasn't perpendicular enough, and I think she stung my muscle, bro, because it hurt really bad. So 2 days later, after I got my blood drawn, I was still hurting and aching. I would get these very weird, sudden and intense spike aches in my forearm, just below my elbow, where I was stung. This very just sharp pain, very quick but sharp and intense pain. And yesterday I went to the gym. I realized just now how stupid I sound. Like, why did I go to the gym if I was in pain? See, it wasn't like that bad. Sure. That's what everyone says. And I didn't think much of it. Oh, we know you didn't. I was like, there's no way this is related to my muscle. This is probably, I don't know what. Bro, I just increasingly sound more and more dumb. No idea what was going on. But I was like, there's no way this is related to my muscle. So I go to the gym, I work out, I lift the weights. And bro, all of a sudden, mind you, I had my AirPods in, I hear this pop sound in my body. I hear this liquid pop in my body. Bro, I had my AirPods plugged in and I still heard it, and my entire body just quaked. I'm gonna use a very disturbing illustration right now, but this is all that I can think of right now. Do you know how your body quakes for like a few seconds after you like pop a zit? Bro, that's how my body felt like. Like, I just quaked. Something in my forearm, something liquidy just popped. That's what it felt like, and that's what it sounded like. And so I immediately look at my forearm. Nothing looks different. And it also wasn't hurting more than usual. It wasn't bruised. And I was like,
Bro, what if a blood vessel just popped?
And then I was like, wait, if that was really the case, my arm would have become swollen, bruised, or like my arm or fingers would just become numb. None of that happened. So I was like,
alright dude, I'm gonna just keep working out.
no, you gotta be joking. Again, very dumb for doing that, but we learn from our mistakes, you know what I mean? I'm thinking just now, how do you learn from a mistake if that mistake led to the final chapter of your life? Well, I guess the ones that are still in the land of the living can learn from a mistake then. Anyway, I get home and I realized that despite my arm not hurting more on the moment, when I heard and felt something break or pop in my forearm at the gym, the sharp aching and pain would strike more often. And I was like, what do I do? Fast forward to this morning, I woke up in so much pain, bro. My forearm is literally swollen. I think what happened is I might have tore a muscle at the gym, but it's 100% related to my blood being drawn or to the nurse literally stabbing me with that needle. You know what is really funny and really sad? Normally in this situation, you would use a cold compress on your arm, right? Well, I have cold urticaria, which is a skin disorder, and I get extreme hives from the cold or temperature change. So if I do put a compress on my arm, I might double the swelling and the pain.
So,
Kind of feeling stuck here. Now, you would tell me to go to the hospital, but I don't think it's that deep. You know what I mean? I think it's just a torn muscle or something. Alright, I'm gonna just be honest. I have a huge fear of hospitals. I was hospitalized twice for pneumonia, and bro, the experience that I've had at the hospital were just traumatic. So I do kind of have a fear of going to the hospital. And like, if it was really severe, I would probably go. You know what? It's not like the idea of going to the hospital is not completely out of the window. If it's gonna get worse, I'm gonna go. So don't worry about that. Also, don't take any advice from me, medical advice. Imagine if you did, dude, because I'm not doing good. Like, we can see how I'm just not an example in that sense. Alright, the next story is actually pretty dark. It's probably the most morbid one out of all the stories that I have. And I think that was the closest I was ever to death. So, back in 2011, I believe it was. How old was I in 2011? I was 9 years old. Wow, what a little rat. What a little pipsqueak. Little prepubescent rodent. So in 2011, when I was 9 years old, my parents went on a trip to the Netherlands. And they left me and my sister in the care of my grandma. And I was out in her garden playing this game with my two younger cousins. I think they were 6 or 5. They were very young. Anyway, so we were playing this game where if you laugh, you're out. Or if you laugh, you have to be the one in front making or trying to make the other ones laugh. And if you make one person laugh, that one person has to come in front and start fooling around, messing around, joking, whatever, and so on and so on.
I farted and a poopy almost slipped out.
So I was the one trying to make them laugh. And dude, this is like so dark, but it is what it is. I don't know why I decided to jump over a hedge, but I did. So my grandma's mother was my grandma's garden was literally separated by a hedge. On one side there was grass, and on the other side of the hedge there was just cement, concrete, right? And I jumped from the grass area to the concrete area over this hedge, and as I jump, my legs get stuck in the hedge, and I faceplant the cement. I'm not joking, I faceplant the cement. My face hits the cement full on. Well. Doesn't that explain a lot? That outrageous, strange, outlandish behavior our little dinky rat exhibits at times. I did have the reflex of putting my hand up front, and I think that is why I've still got teeth to this day, but my face, my nose, my mouth still hits the concrete. And I became inanimate. I was literally paralyzed on the ground and I couldn't move. My cousins were laughing because they thought this was part of the act, and then when they realized that I couldn't move anymore and that I wasn't speaking and I was breathing so heavily on the ground, they realized this wasn't part of the act and I was actually potentially dying. Almost dying. And realized what was going on. And instead of them going to my grandma and telling her what happened, instead of them going and finding help, they literally decided to get up and go to one of their houses and play with their dolls or something.
We do not care.
They just vanished away, bro. And I was like,
alright, so how about you guys first tell someone that I'm dying and then you go play with your dolls?
I obviously couldn't say that. I don't know how miraculously, dude. My sister saw me laying on the ground and she started screaming and she came to me. She tried lifting my body off of the ground, but she couldn't because I was literally like paralyzed, like I was crippled. So she screams for the help of my grandma. She comes and she tries to pick me up, And I still remember to this day, bro, she was literally dragging me on the ground, like my feet were like scraping the ground because I had no strength in my feet to stand up. My body was so frail, bro. She puts me on a bench. I don't really remember what happened afterwards, but I did eventually wake up, become conscious, and I know that the mother of one of these cousins took me to the hospital that day, and then I got back home. My grandma was really nice. She took care of me. She would massage my wrist with this special cream that the doctor gave me because my wrist was broken. Yeah, so there was, I'm not gonna really go into detail as to how my face was looking. I didn't lose any teeth. There was obviously blood. I don't know how I didn't break my nose. This is a dark story, but this happened 12 years ago, bro. So I can talk about it, and I'm very detached from it. I don't really care. Thanks God I'm alive. My last near-death experience that I can think of is actually when I was riding a horse, a dapple gray horse.
I love dapple grays.
I'm just connecting the dots now. You know what? I might be a masochist. I almost got killed by a dapple gray horse, yet I love dapple gray horses more than anything.
So,
I think we're onto something here. I think we're onto a discovery here. So a lot of you guys are asking why I'm not riding anymore, and I think this experience will really clear the air for you on that. There's only one riding center in my area, and the riding instructor is really, how do I say this? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's using verbal and physical violence in order to achieve what he wants with the horses, and I do not support that. So I went and I rode there a few times, and then I was like, dude, you know, I love horses. I really want to ride. This is the only place where I can ride, but I would much rather just put my desire aside if that means not supporting such behavior. That's what I did. I put my desire of riding aside. I don't ride anymore, but that's all right. I wouldn't even be able to enjoy riding in those conditions, seeing how he treats the horses anyway. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. I get on this horse, we're in this field, and he tells me we're gonna gallop. And I was like, alright, sounds fun. I guess you're gonna tell me how to position myself on the horse. And it was like, oh no, you're just gonna figure it out. And the moment he said that, he gave the horse a signal, the horse took off. I wasn't ready for that, I was very relaxed on the horse. Bro, I remember I was on the horse and I was literally praying. I really thought I was gonna fall off the horse and die, or get trampled on or something. The horse was galloping so fast. I was holding so tight on the horse, having no idea how to position myself. I did gallop before, I think it was twice. But my riding is very inconsistent because I usually ride when I travel, since I can't really go to a riding center here. And so my riding is very inconsistent, and I do need reminders as to how to position myself, how to sit on the horse in different gaits. So I couldn't remember the gallop position, and I did need him to tell me, but he just decided to not do that. So this riding instructor is very responsible, and just, I don't want to talk about that, but I remember that very vividly, but I didn't fall off the horse, which is good. I hope this video wasn't beyond the pale. I hope this video wasn't too dark or too much. I'm not afraid of death at all. I'm not afraid of what's gonna happen after death, but I am afraid of how I'm gonna die. Like, I just hope it's not gonna be a painful death. You know what I mean? That's all I hope. That's all I pray for. I don't want to have a painful death. I want it to be quick and short. So to me, talking about this is not like disturbing or scary or whatever. I don't know why the first thought that I had this morning after feeling all that pain and ache in my forearm was, I should make a video about that. Bro, what is wrong with me? Let me know if you want to hear more storytime videos, and if you want to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at denisewisestormbusiness, I'd really appreciate that. If you want to support me on Patreon or join my channel membership, I would really, really appreciate it. Again, every support means the world to me. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Have a good one.